Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVDA Daily Analysis. In this video, we will discuss NVIDIA stock price movement for today and try to make an assessment for rest of the week. We'll also take a look CPI data and Mr. Powell's speech and its impact on overall market today and tomorrow. Let's get started. You see NVIDIA stock price movement for today on your screen. NVIDIA opened at 123.06. It made a high 126.88. It made a low 122.57 and it closed at 125.20. That is 3.55% up. So all good things happened for Nvidia today, starting from the CPI data to Mr. Powell conference. So CPI data came lower than the forecast, and that was a welcome news for the market, and not just Nvidia. Overall market went up today. Let's take a look. As you see on your screen, the overall CPI data came 3.3% versus forecast 3.4%. So it came lower than the forecast. And that's a very good and positive sign for overall market. In last few months, CPI either come higher than the forecast or it just matched the forecast. But this time it came down. And this was kind of surprise to me because I was expecting the CPI data to just match the forecast. So that's why I thought the market should move sideways or some kind of consolidation today, but it did not happen. Now let's take a look core CPI. And also the core CPI came 3.4% versus 3.5%, so it came lower than the forecast. And if you see prior months, core CPI either matched the forecast or came higher than the forecast. So it's the first month after 6 months that CPI came lower than the forecast. And besides that, Mr. Paul's speech was also very good for the market. Let me show you. So Mr. Powell did not give a date for the rate cut, but we can expect that one rate cut might happen this year. People are predicting at least one rate cut. Some people are predicting in September. Let's take a look here. But the good thing is, at least we know that no rate increase is going to happen this year. So both CPI data and Mr. Powell's speech added positive momentum in the market. And after hours, you see that Nvidia also up, probably about 1%. And I hope that this positive momentum should continue the rest of the week, unless we get some negative news or data regarding Nvidia. Moving on, last 5 days, Nvidia up 0.96%. Last 1 month, Nvidia already up 38.5%. And last 6 months, Nvidia up 160.35%. And it continues to go up. Now let's take a look other AI stocks together with Nvidia. So you see all other AI stocks together with Nvidia on your screen. The highest positive change is in Nvidia today, that is 3.55%, and then Apple 2.86%, and then Avago 2.36%. So you might already know that Avago earnings was due today, and also Avago announced the stock split just like Nvidia. So Avago shares about 14% up after hours. Let's take a look. You see that? So I missed the chance. I was thinking to buy a Vago yesterday, but somehow I could not buy it. So it was a missed opportunity for me. So now moving on, SMCI 0.93% up, AMD 0.81% up. Amazon is negative today. I don't know why. And then Palantir 0.34% down. And that makes sense because in last 5 days, Palantir mostly did a positive movement overall. So this means that all of the AI stocks were up today with the exception of Palantir. I hope this positive momentum will continue this week as well because in my opinion, today was a turning point. After a few months, for the first time, we saw that CPI data is going down. And also, now we know that Fed is not going to raise any interest rate this year. And there is a possibility that Fed can do at least one rate cut. So market is going to move toward expansion cycle. This means that more positive movement in the overall market is about to come. Now let's take a look news regarding Nvidia. You see the news regarding Nvidia on your screen. Let's start with this one that says that Nvidia to hold its 2024 annual meeting of stockholders online on June 26th. So that I think a very important event and that can help Nvidia go further up around this annual meeting. Now this one that says that stock market celebrates cooler CPI. So that's a good thing as I mentioned to you guys. So now this one that says that Biden moves new restrictions on China advanced AI chips access. So, but after this news, I did not see any impact on the Nvidia stock. So you can write in the comment section what could be the impact of this one. So far, nothing much. So now this says that stocks do not need rate cuts to keep rallying. That's good, but as we know that the rate raise is not going to happen, and the possibility of at least one rate cut is still alive. I see today nothing much regarding Nvidia. Let's take a look technical charts. You see 90-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia and also MACD chart. As you see that after sideways movement yesterday and day before yesterday, finally we see that MACD started going up, and I see the strong momentum on MACD at this point, and that should take Nvidia further high. So yesterday I mentioned that the sideways movement should continue today as well, but that was dependent on the CPI data. Since the CPI data came lower than the forecast, now we see Nvidia and other AI stocks are going up today. Now let's take a look Bollinger Bands. So you see that the Bollinger Bands on your screen, the lower band and the upper band, as we noticed yesterday that these bands were contracting. Now you see some opening on the bands. So this tells that a strong momentum on Nvidia is back. So this can take Nvidia further high. Um, Now let's take a look at Fibonacci levels. You see Fibonacci levels on your screen starting from 0% to 100%. The top level is 126.55. The lowest level is 108.02. At this point, technical charts are not much relevant because we see that Nvidia got the momentum and it's keep going up, right? So on the upper side, we do not have any resistance at this point because Nvidia is already trying to make another all-time high. The lower side is 122.18 and below that is 119.47. I guess that's all about Nvidia stock analysis and assessment for today and tomorrow. I tried to make this Nvidia video comparatively short today. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.